So yeah, I'm back. I just came back from deployment and now I'm on quarantine for 14 days, which today I'm on like day 7. So definitely taking advantage of the time to work on the cars. I messed with the Lexus a little bit, prepping it for a stereo. It turns out I need another harness because I had to remove the amplifier. So you have to fuck with that shit. So that's on hold. But other than that, I'm keeping that relatively stock. This is my daily, so daily road trip car, whatever. So yeah, update on the MR2. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the pictures that I posted of the bodywork, the rust repair that's going on with that. That's turning out to be really nice. I'm happy with the work that's being done right now. It's over at ZC 4x4 in Udine here in Italy. And yeah, they're taking good care of that car right now. So hopefully I get that back at some point, and maybe in a few months, and I'll probably start putting the car back together and get that set up. Stadia, I'm probably going to pull the engine soon, so look out for another video on that. But today I'm working on the Wagon R. I got a few suspension items, so I got a strut bar over there, panhard rod for the rear, oil drain plug, spark plug wires, and some street ride coilovers. So there are different variants of the Wagon R. This one is a UK spec. The chassis code for this is a MA81S, 1.2 liter K12A engine. In Japan, they're called Wagon R wides. So this one right here, Wagon R Plus MA81 from the UK, and in Japan it's a Wagon R wide MA61S and MB61S, and it comes with a K10A 1 liter engine. There's many different variants of this car. There's 4-wheel drive versions here in Europe of this same chassis. There's 4-wheel drive ones in Japan, and they come turbo too. So all the way back to like 93, the CT21S and the CT51S are the other chassis, which I found out are actually narrower than the Wagon R wide. I thought it was just like a body kit thing, but so yeah, those bumpers that I bought didn't fucking fit. You can see that in a previous video. But yeah, everything else, I've done some research, like everything else seems to be the same. So these coilovers that I got, I had a couple old sets of top mounts. So I lined them up and the studs line up. The bottom mounts line up as well. So yeah, they don't make coilovers for the MA chassis. So I took the chance and bought this coilover set. This is for a CT51S, and everything seems to line up. The springs, I have to see if the spring perch and all that shit, that's adjustable. That should fit. The diameter seems about right. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna fuck with today, and I'm fairly confident that it is going to work. All right, so I pulled out one of the stock shocks, and like I said, the bottom mount, those holes, and the top mount studs seem to line up with the new coilovers. So this street ride set comes with coilovers for front and rear. There's the front, there's the rear, and then the springs for the back with adjustable spring perches. New bump stops, and obviously the wrenches to adjust them. But yeah, so far so good. I'm fairly confident that these will work out. I'm just gonna adjust the preload and tighten that up, and I'll start working on the front. All right, so I got the fronts installed now. Looks like I went down about an inch or two, maybe almost a couple inches. I can still get the jack out from underneath the car, so that's good. I put the SSRs back on just to see how much they'll rub when I drive it. But if anything, I'll run my Regamasters or maybe the Watts. We'll see. But time to put the strut brace on now. So I got the strut brace installed now. Took off the protective blue film. And now I'm gonna work on the back. Now it's a lot easier to pull the car forward now from the front. All right, so I got everything out from the rear. The shocks are noticeably shorter, obviously. This is about like, I don't know, 3 inches. I'll probably, just to gauge it, I'll probably make these about a couple inches shorter than the stock shocks. The springs, so here's the old springs. These actually go this way in the car. So the adjustable spring perch goes up top. So I'll throw those in. I managed to get the old bump stops out. They're a little bit shorter, so I'll pop those in as well. And yeah, so I'll work on these coilovers and adjust them. I'm probably gonna have to jack up the axle to actually bolt the shocks in because they're so much shorter. All right, so I got the jack underneath one side and jacking it up slowly. I was able to get the bottom bolt on because since the spring is so short, you gotta basically guide it up there and then line up the hole for the shock. So now I just need to tighten up this side and then do the other side. Same thing. There it is, everything's installed. If you didn't notice already, I started putting the SSRs back on. So I'll throw the rear wheels on and we'll see how it looks. Be the springs sitting down. Check that. Holy fuck. All right, so I got the car sitting down on the ground now. The rear springs are compressed like a lot. The old lowering springs that I had, the bottom part of the coils were pretty close together. So I don't think it's too bad, but the bump stop is probably like an inch or two away from the actual stop. So I might have to adjust that, but for now, car's sitting a little bit lower than it was before, if not the same, like the same height. I'm not sure if I'm gonna run the SSRs still now that I have coilovers, because they poke out a little bit. So I might run either the Watanabes or my Yankees or my Regamasters, because the offsets are a little bit higher, so I can lower the car a little bit more. But for now, I'll leave the rear springs like that and I'll adjust them later. All done for now. Back on my SSRs. I want to lower the car a little bit more, so I might have to run a different set of wheels. And maybe it's time for the Regamasters to come out. When I closed my hood, my fucking emblem popped off. So I'll fuck with that later. But yeah, done for now, and SSR's on, Watanabe's off.